Now the stores are a little open and people are lining up to shop. As I said the other day, just got myself a pair of or two of comfortable walking shoes. We await nail salons and barber shops to open. As you can see, my hair have overgrown to a tropical forest. I can do it myself, but I want to support small businesses, which are the backbone of the economy. Yes, not just the government. Like in most of African countries where people wait only for politics to employ them. You know, people wait from the day election finishes. They are praying for the next election to come. So campaign never ends. And the so-called ministers that are elected continue to gangsterize youths, make them dependent instead of teaching them or finding a trade for them to learn. So election fever is always there, and people are hooked, drunk on politics. It's another drug that is confused in Africa after AIDS. That's addictive insanity drugs. But anyways, I'm out there in this very fine breeze on a Tuesday morning, enjoying the moment of relaxed coronavirus protocols. I got myself this hat that, kind of keep away flies and maintain orderliness of the rules and regulations. But let me come to the African issue that I want to deal with. Prime Minister Trudeau and Canada can do much better to redeem and to ignite the leadership that Canada should show, regardless of the dark pages of the past, especially the dealings with the indigenous people, the African people, and of course the nuisance genocidal actions of the Catholic mission. And I very much wonder why a Catholic school board is still prominent in Canada after all the abuses, documented genocidal abuses, and we still have a Catholic school board. I know a lot of our folks do work within the system, but to date as we speak, this Children's Aid Society are still taking children from the so-called immigrants or minorities. And you guess what? Adoption is another open secret abuse, because many a times, if you are a so-called African, because I don't call myself black or minority, adopting children, even your own kind, is a tall hill battle. Who are the people that have easy access to adoption? Of course, white capital privileged people. This is a fact. It is a fact documented. So the institutions of this Children's Aid, and especially Catholic Children's Aid Society, it's time for it to be dissolved, in my critical opinion. Not to fire the people, but rather have a unified federal Children's Aid institution uniformly. One of the things that Germany did after the Second World War was to nullify religion from public institutions, schools, and made institutions government-regulated institutions. When you are in Germany or most of Scandinavia, or almost all of Scandinavia, institutions are not privatized. They are privatized institutions, but it's not trendy to go there because the public institutions are well financed. Now I call on Prime Minister Trudeau, my blackface brother from another mother, to at least take action. I know it might be unpopular because the Catholic press is more confused than the British press. They are still well-financed and they are vicious in dealing with matters. They are bullies. You know, we see the heinous crimes and the recent discovery on Mark Graves. Can they atone? Can we hear an apology, a restitution? Trudeau, take a leadership. Maybe you can start at the G7. Apologize for the heinous genocidal crimes. Don't just push it on the Catholic mission. Apologize for the genocidal crimes against Africans, because most times Canadians think, Africans were not enslaved in Canada. Bullshitter. That's a bullshit lie. You know, but just take the stories of AfriCanAfric in Nova Scotia and many others. But on another note, before I conclude here, people are saying Trudeau can take leadership of the G7 as one of the most senior leaders. Yes, I do agree. And I submit respectfully, Mr. Prime Minister, that you rethink the dealings with Canada and Africa as a whole. Africa has long passed this question of Canadian international aid, whatever. See that is disease now called global affairs. Global affairs is nothing but a confused institution that think Africa is only a case basket of aid, digging water wells. It is time to do public relations and proper business dealings with Africa, because Canada has a more dynamic position than the colonial bully genocidal queen of England or Great Britain. So Canada, instead of doing these global affair aid, dead aid nonsense, it is time to engage Africa and Africans in proper business. Canada have a way of gaining and trigger billions, not just these mining corporations that have found haven in Canada, bulldozing tropical rainforest and creating paramilitary bases that are creating coups and assassination in Africa. Trudeau, I demand respectfully that you change the dynamics. Global affairs should be disease and create a proper, equal representation of business between Africa and Canada. That way, you truly become a world leader. And at end, start by apologizing to the indigenous people for the heinous crimes, and more importantly, to the global African children for the untold genocidal crimes on Africa, and respect Africa by doing due diligence and respectful partnership and business, not aid. Yes, Mr. Trudeau, you can do it with my cousin from another mother, Jagmeet Singh, the NDP leader. One love.